Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here, and I'm back for another video, and we're going to do something else crafty that will go into, well, it's not going to go into this slat book that I've been making. So I've just, the video before this shows you how to make this. So this is like a little concertina file folder thing for putting like larger things in. I've just decorated that, so that wasn't actually in the video, but I'll tell you how to make the rest of it, and that was in the previous thing. So what I'm going to do is make something to go on the front of it. So this is inspired by Tracy Fox, so wrong way around. So it's basically a little folio that opens out like this, and it's got all of these different pockets and tucks and that sort of thing, and it gets stuck to the front of the book. But I wanted to make it a bit different, a bit brighter, a bit more. So that was my prototype to make. And then what we're going to do is going to make one together. So, like I say, this is Tracy Fox. I've slightly adapted it, only very minorly adapted it, just for my purposes. Sorry about my hands covered in stuff, and I've managed to scuff my knuckle again, and that's the injury from last time. And yeah, it's all there. So rather than me trying to cut lots of pieces of paper, I've cut everything, and we're just basically going to assemble it and do the sewing and that sort of thing. Okay, so what I've got, this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and all I've done is I've cut it to the height that I wanted, which I think I'd cut an inch off the top, which I did. It's 11 inches high, and really that's all. Really, the reason why I've cut it like that is because I want it to fit on my book. So I've cut it to fit. So okay, so and then I've folded it over, and because it's not going to be wide enough for me, so I've cut another panel to go onto it. So that bit goes there, and that will go there, and so actually that's the width of it. So when it goes on the book, it will be like that. So I will link Tracy Fox in this. So you can go and see her make the original version. Sorry, just going to take my glasses off for a moment. I've got a greasy nose and my glasses are just sliding down my face. So this paper, just in case anybody asks, is called Botanicals, I believe. Botanical Nature. And it's by Craft Sensations. And I really love it. So I haven't used it a lot for junk journaling stuff. I've used it for making cards and stuff, but I do love it, and I like it. You know, it's quite vibrant, but vibrant in a nice way. Right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to stick this to here. Now, you could say, why don't you use that as a pocket? There's a reason. If you use that as a pocket and then stick it to the front, you won't be able to get to it. So it's not going to be a pocket, it's just going to be here. Now, I guess I could cut some of this off and save some of the paper, but what am I going to use it for? Not a lot. So we'll just use it for stiffening. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to cover all of this bit in some glue. So I'm going to use some 3-in-1. Oh, should I use 3-in-1? Yeah, I've been using 3-in-1 in all morning, so shall I use some 3-in-1? I don't know. Can we get it out? Yes, we can. So I'm going to glue all of this. I'm butting right up to this fold line. This fold line was just a mistake. So, you know, we're allowed to make mistakes. We're crafters, so there is no perfection in craft. So, there are lots of mistakes that you learn from. That's what there are. So we're gonna ink all over. Sorry if it's noisy. I'm noisy inking today. So no, it's not inking. This is not ink. This is not ink, is it? This is glue, Dave. I'm noisily gluing today. So it's a good excuse to use the 3-in-1 because I like the smell of it. I don't know what that says about me. So it's quite intoxicating. So I think it's got acetone in it. So think what you like. It's fine. You do you. Okay, so stuck that down there. Okay, so that's just basically extended that so that when this folds over, it doesn't completely meet that side. Okay, I'm going to round the edges off. Okay, I think I want a more gentle curve on it, so I'll just turn that round. So this has multiple, it's got 3 different curves on it. So we're going to go for that, and hopefully that's correct. Yeah, didn't do that very well, did I? There we go, that's better. I'll do that side. Better, yep. So there we go. So we've got just a rounded bit, and that's just what Tracy Fox did. So basically, I'm doing her. I'm not doing me. I'm doing her. Okay. So the next bit is we've got a panel that I think I decided I was going to use that on it, because there is also a panel here. Yeah. So so I'm going to use that on the panel. So again, I'm going to round these corners off, so that they line up nicely with the ones that we've already got in place. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll line up nicely. If you cut them together, they definitely will, but I didn't. So they should line up there. Yes, they do. That's fine. And what I want to do is I want to cut a divot out of here. Now, I want a more gentle slope, so I'm going to use an oval. Okay. And how do you find the middle of a piece of paper? Well, you could fold it over and find out. So what I do is I just do this, and I don't fold it properly, but I just dent it, so you can just see there's a little crease there. And don't worry about the crease. We're going to cut that off. I'm going to put that on there, and I am going to, there you go, pop that bit off. Okay, put that over there. That'll fall over in a minute because it's gently balanced on, well, no, not even gently. It's only just balanced on the edge of the window ledge. So I'm going to stick this down as a pocket. So you don't want to stick the whole thing down, otherwise it's not going to be a pocket. So I'm going to stick this bit down. I'm going to do this as we go, put the pockets in, because I want to also sew the edges. So remember, you only want to do 3 sides. You want to leave the side with the divot open, because that's the bit where you're going to put all your stuff in. Your gubbins. I think we used that in the last video, gubbins, because this is actually the video that prior to this. You will see it as being uploaded Sunday, and this being on probably Wednesday or Thursday. But to me, it was an hour ago. So there we go. So I pop that down. Might be upside down. Who knows? Oh well, never mind. I'll just think of the paper, but it doesn't matter. We're not fussing about these things. So the next thing is we have a pocket for there. So I think that's the pocket that I decided on. Did I want to go for that? Wasn't sure. So then there's a pocket for, there's a corner tuck for here. And there should be another piece, which I may have thrown on the floor, or I may have lost completely. May have lost the plot, who knows. No, that's not it. Oh, well, anyway, so I can always cut another piece, but like I did definitely have right, get that out of the equation, because that's not it. Okay. Okay, no, we're going to cut another piece. So we're going to have a corner pocket here, and then we're going to have another pocket that goes at the bottom of here. But for some reason, alas, no idea where that is. So, is that the right? Oh, you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I didn't cut it down. This is the pocket, but I just didn't cut it down. So we're going to have a pocket to about there. So when I said I was going to do all the cutting off, blimey, I've just put a line in that. Can I find it? No, Oh, it's there. I can find it now. Why? It's like when when you leave a room to go and get something, and then you get into the other room and I think, nope, I have no idea what I came in here for. You go back into the other room and it's almost like you left your memory there. So that's what I'm suffering with today. Okay, so we're going to put that on here. So this is going to be a pocket, and this is going to be 3 sides. So this bit, and this is going to be a pocket. Okay, so because it's got because it's a pocket, we are going to put a divot in it to evidence a pocket. So we're going to put, and I'm going to guess this one. I'm not going to worry about it being perfect. I'm going to guess it about there. So we just have a shallow divot. Okay, that's going to go there. Okay, so okay. Then we also have a flap that flaps over here. Okay. I know I say okay a lot. Don't worry, I know. And then we have a. I'm not sure what that's for. We have a pocket and another pocket. So Tracy Fox just has 1 pocket, so she has like 1 pocket there, and I'm having 2 because you know why? Because it's me and I can. So there. Okay. So they'll both look like they're the same, like they go to the same to here as the stop, but they won't. That one stops there, if you know what I mean. So that's how it's going to be. And to attach these 2 bits together, she uses 2 little tabs, and I'm going to use a piece of cloth, which I thought was clashy but kind of in keeping with it. So that's what we're going to do anyway. So, and that's also what we're going to do, some sewing. I'm going to put a divot in here. We'll make it a round divot. Slightly deeper this time. Yeah, I don't know why I close my eyes every time I do that. I'm going to stick that one down. Shall we? No, let's not stick that down yet, because I'm going to alter that. I'm going to actually have some stitching around that one. So you have to, because you can't stitch that down when that's on there, because otherwise you won't get anything in this pocket. So I'll stitch that on its own, and I will do that in a minute. But let's do all the other prep first. So this needs to be stuck on 2 sides. Do I want that or do I want that? The only thing about that is it's just not, I mean, I know this has got vegetables on it, but it's different vegetables. I like it, don't get me wrong, I like it, but I don't know whether it goes. But if I do that, then, should we do it like that? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then I can have this on here. Yeah, let's do that. Right, see? Altering the plan as we go. That's why there's no perfection. So, all the way down and around. Remember, we only want it on 2 sides this time, because it's a tuck, not a pocket. A pocket. It's a pocket. Okay, and we're going to stick that to that corner there. Yeah, like that. Just kind of like push it down. The problem is when it's gluey, if you push too hard, you can push it out. So just try and keep it in place. So don't try and do both corners at the same time. Hold it in place and do one bit, and then hold it in place and do the other bit. There you go. So that's that. Okay, and then we're going to have that on the front of there. And we're going to also not stick this down, because I want to have, we're going to be able to stitch these edges, but we won't be able to stitch those edges, so I'm going to stitch those with that one in a second. So here is where we're going to have the fabric. So this is just some fabric. Oh, it's just some fabric, of course. That's what we just said. It was fabric. But it's kind of folded over. It was going to be used. I think it was going to be a, what are they called? A bow tie, collary bit, strap thing. But I'm just going to cut it down, so we don't have that other. In fact, hopefully it might rip. Oh, it does. How satisfying is that when it like actually does the ripping? So we're now going to glue that to there. Okay. I'm not worrying about the crease. The crease just happens to be there. As like I didn't do anything about taking it out. To be fair, it'll sit nicely. It means I know where to glue to. That's fine. But let's cut the bottom of this off so it's not too long. Just going to pull it down a bit so I can. It's a little short. It doesn't matter. Like I say, Tracy Fox does 2 tabs, so I'm just using a piece of fabric. So you know you can do whatever you like really. So just trying to I'm just rubbing that across the corner of my desk so that it kind of like loses its crease a bit. Otherwise it keeps folding over on itself. So now we're going to put some glue down here. So I'm breaking all rules by putting glue whilst I've got this mat, but the mat's here just because I've had to have the light on now because it's starting to get, it's not dark, but like, you know, the sun isn't as bright as it was because it's autumn now. The sun's getting lower in the sky and the leaves are starting to fall off the trees, although it's been absolutely beautiful weather the last couple of days. Well, actually the last week. So when I talk about beautiful weather, I mean unseasonably hot for this time of year. I mean, we've had it like 20 degrees in the UK the last few days, which in September is certainly from my perspective unheard of. Early September you can expect these temperatures, but we're kind of in late September, aren't we? I've got September in my head now. The song is that Earth, Wind and Fire, is it? Anyway, I'm trying not to sing it because I know I'll sing it wrong. So anyway, so I'm going to put that on, but what I'm not going to do is so just like Tracy Fox does, she doesn't butt it right up, okay? What she leaves is she leaves a gap, which means that you can then stuff the bejesus out of this thing. So you're going to have a bit of a space so that you've got much more of a hinge if you want to fill it up, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stick it there. So if I put that there, I put my finger there. That's not a that, Dave. It's a finger, and I get a ruler. I was going to say, but I can't find it. No, I found it now, but I can't get it out. Okay. Leave my finger there too long, so long that it doesn't actually. I couldn't move it. It was stuck to the fabric, so. So I'm going to have that there ish. It doesn't matter if it's not right. So we're just going to put some glue on this side. Filled my 3-in-1 up today because it was empty. So, and also I had some. I've forgotten I'd got some more to fill it up with. So I thought I might as well do that now before I'm on video. You know. You don't have to wait for 3 days while I'm trying to shake the glue down to the end. Oh, the thing is now it's a bit top heavy because the glue kind of stays at the top. And then when you stand it back up again, it just falls over. So let's try and get that one the right way up this time, Dave. Put that there. And what we also want to do is we want to flip it over so that we kind of get it in the right sort of place. Yep, that's fine. That's good. Got a slight difference in width at the top and the bottom, but I've just, while the glue's wet, it's the perfect time to slide it. Okay, there is an overhang of fabric, but not enough to make it look like it's supposed to be there. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to cut that bit off. Everything I've just cut has now fallen on the floor. There we go. So my pockets are on the floor. There we go. Okay, so that's that. So that's going to be the flappy over bit for here. Okay, and on here we're going to have two pockets, which that's not one of them. That one and that one. Yeah, they're both. Can't flip it over because it's the same thing. Okay, so again we're going to have rounded corners. So I'm just going to see if I can do the two together. Kind of help with the how that pocket got quite so wonky. Oh no, you want to put that one down first, Dave. Oh no, let's round the corners and then worry about that bit. It was September. No, I did say I wasn't going to sing it, but you know, I've said a lot of things in my time and not adhered to my own rules. So they're my rules. I can not adhere to them whenever I see fit. So when it comes to chopping off fingers, so it's better. By the way, finger. It's still a bit ouchy. It's very ouchy when you're, you know, everywhere you go, you use alcohol rub. It's very ouchy then, but I'm all right. I live to fight another day, and hopefully you'll never see me slice anything off again on camera. So, well, nothing that's supposed to be on anyway. So let's move those out of the way. Now that I know that's slightly off there, I'm not worrying about it though. Once you've covered it in sewing, you'll never know. So I'm going to have this one here. I think. No, that's right. It is the right one. You know when you've got like lots of pieces of card of the same colour all around, and then you think, I have absolutely no idea which piece I'm actually using. Okay. Oh well, no, you don't. It's not that you don't know. You kind of self-doubt yourself. Self-doubt yourself. Okay, there we go. Squash that. Put a divot in it. If you liked it, you should have put a divot in it. If you liked it, you should have put a divot in it. If you liked it, you should have put a divot in it. Put your hands up. Oh. Okay. I am no Beyonce. Sorry. Now I'm snorting. Oh dear. How stupid I am. Oh well. Can't make a straight line with the glue. I've got the whole song playing in my head. That's why there's such a wonky line. And all the actions as well. I'm like thinking, I wonder if I could adapt it to a craft thing. If you liked it, you should have put a divot in it. If you liked it, you should have put a divot in it. It doesn't really go. I don't think the like, I don't know. I don't know any kind of musical terms, so I don't know. You know, when you're trying to fit in the syllables into a track, it doesn't really go. But you know, I can't really sing, so it doesn't make much difference, does it? Put that on there. Put that on there, Dave, and shut up. So, I didn't put a divot in it. If you liked it, you should have put a divot in it. Put your hands up. Right, okay, let's rescue this. Oh, hang on, where is it? There's that. Put a different divot in this one. Dave, you're fool. You're a fool sometimes. If you spent less time singing rubbish and more time concentrating, you would have been fine. But you know, it's fine now anyway. We all make mistakes, don't we? Singing was the mistake I made. Thinking I could sing was the biggest mistake I made. There we go. Cool. Okay, great. So they're on there. Okay, that might drive some people mad because it's not exactly lined up, but you know, try. Look away now. Look away. Right. So what I want to do now is I want to, I want to put sewing around all of the sides of this, and just around that edge and that edge of the other one. Okay. Hello. Have you come to help me sew? If you can't sew, you've got to go. I'm a poet. Move your bottom. Okay. So, sewing machine. It's all threaded and redded. All threaded and ready. Can't get those words out. Just make sure that my bobbin thread's there. That's good. I'm going to use a zigs. Oh, shall I use a? Oh, now shall I use a straight stitch on this one because it's an internal pocket? So let's use a straight stitch. If I can work my sewing machine. Put that on there, and then turn it on. Is it plugged in? It is. Is it? Is there a light here? No. Why is it plugged in and not? Oh, there. Because it wasn't switched on, that's why. Okay, so that's down. Where's my foot pedal? It's there. The foot pedal has moved. Okay. So I'm just going to go backwards and forwards just to stop it from unravelling. Just a little. And then I'm going to sew, because that's what we're doing, is sewing. It is sewing, isn't it? It's going, isn't it? I don't know why that's there. Oh, okay. Go a bit slower. Right, okay. Now the needle is down. I'm going to turn it round and sew this way. And then I'm going to get technical. I'm going to go around this bit. Well, he says he's going to go around this bit, but might not be perfect. We've lost something. We're going wrong somewhere here. Oh no, it's not. It's not that we're going wrong. It's just that Dave's gone wonky. Like, seriously wonky. Like, I can't live with that type wonky. It was a mistake, wasn't it, Dave? It was just a mistake to think that you could do this. You've got this. No, you haven't got this, Dave. You've not got it at all. So, look how wonky that is. Look how wonky. But, you know, like I say, there's no perfection in craft. So let's not worry about it too much. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it back. I don't mind it being wonky. I just don't want it that close to the edge. Right. Let's get back to that bit there. Could do with something to pick it out with, but do Do I have anything? No, I've got a crochet hook because that's going to help Dave. Not. Because they don't actually have a hook on the end. Here we go. Oh, I've got my knife out now, so you can see spurts of blood. It's all gone wrong. Right, okay. Back to where I was. I went very wrong. Okay, that's fine. Don't cut the wire off, Dave. I should put the blade down. Okay. So. Let's do it like this. This is just as bad. Right, please don't judge me on my sewing. It's not a cushion cover and I'm not making you a ball gown, so just be glad. Just be grateful. It's not your wedding dress and I'm not singing at it either, so... It's terrible sewing going on there. Oh, no, Dave, you have to put the foot down. I could do straight stitching, that's alright. Perhaps I should have slow stitched. I don't know why people call it slow stitching anymore, it's hand stitching. So just a bit of backwards and forwards just to kind of lock it in. And there we go. So this bit here is what we call amateur. Oh wow. Oh, hello. Stabbed myself in the kidney with a pair of scissors. I hate it so much I'm going to impale myself on these scissors. Throw myself on my sword. Don't care. Okay. So this bit, so we've learnt now we're not going to go around the divot. So I just want to sew it on these two sides. Let's get the needle in it. I mean, I've realised you probably can't even see what I'm doing, so but because you can probably just see the top of the sewing machine, so go, cool. Didn't really try on that bit, just kind of went round it a bit. Okay, so now let's just move this out of the way for a minute because we're going to use it again in a second. But we're I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed of this. Good job it's on the inside. Look how terrible. That's terrible. Blooming heck. It is what it is. Just do it, Dave. No perfection in craft. Stop getting upset about it. So I'm going to stick it down now. I'm going to immortalise it now so that it can never go anywhere. We'll go, oh, I hate that. I'm going to cover it up. So I'll have to glue something over it if I don't like it that much. Going to put that on there. makes me laugh every time I see it now. So, oh, it ugly. Oh, ugly. It ugly. Where's the other bit? It's there. And we're going to put that on there. So we're going to glue it again, 3 sides, otherwise it won't be a pocket. This bit down here, along the bottom, and on the side. Okay, the gluing also kind of helps seal in the terrible sewing. And put that on there. Okay, so that is that. That is that. I want my baby. But no, it's black is black, isn't it? It's not that is that, Dave. Right. So now what I'm going to do is, just before I start sewing, I'm going to sew around the entire perimeter. And the last one I ran out of cotton, well, thread halfway through. It wasn't cotton. Like literally, well, not halfway through even. I got to about this far away from the other bit, so I had to change my needle at that. I changed my thread at that point, but you know, it is what it is. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to start in the middle of here, because then the back and forth motion you won't see so much from the front. No, this is straight stitching, Dave. This be straight stitching. It be straight stitching, you can see there. Let's turn it to... I can't remember what I'm doing now. What am I doing? 4. Number 4. Not 5. Number 5. Johnny 5 is alive, apparently. So, now I'm going to start stitching, because I'm doing a zigzag stitch. Back and forth a little bit. And then... Right, now when you're stitching on cardboard, you might have to feed it through, because the feed dogs might not be, you know, they might be dogs of war, but not dogs of paper. So you kind of have to tease it through. I mean, like, you're asking a lot from a sewing machine when you're sewing paper. And I think, don't quote me, because I've never bought a brand new sewing machine, because I always have second-hand ones. I think you would invalidate your guarantee if they knew you were using paper. If they don't know, what they don't know won't hurt them. Ooh, wavy lines. Stop talking and start paying attention, Dave. Right, slowing down. Going round the corner. Trying to straighten up a bit as I go. It's not very exciting, is it, when you're watching it? So you can hear it struggling when it goes through thicker, when you've got more layers of cardboard. Right, it's pushing everything off when you're off camera now, so... See, those corners I'm alright with. I don't know why I can do those and not that. So. I actually like the underside of the stitching better, which is the bit that you're going to see from the outside. I think it's just a bit more, I don't know, rustic looking. Now, I probably won't have sped this up. Maybe other crafters would have done, but I am. I don't. If I don't have to do any editing, it's so much better for me. I don't have enough time to. Sometimes, I used to do 2 videos a week every week, and at the moment, work is just a nightmare. We've had 2 members of staff leave to go and get other jobs. There's no malice in it. They've gone and got other jobs, but also my boss hasn't been very well, so she's been off, and so the team had reduced from. So I'm the team leader. I was leading no team, trust me, because they're all gone. And my boss had gone, so I was doing 4 people's jobs instead of the 3 people's jobs I was expected to do, and that's on top of the 4 people's jobs I already do, because I do You know, basically, if you worked in a private organisation and not a charity, there would be 4 people doing my job. So there we go. So that's what we've got. Okay. So what I'm also going to do is I want to put a stitch down here, a stitch down here, and a stitch down here, and I might even put a stitch down here. So let's do that now, and then we can see what it looks like. So let's do it the other way around this time. So we've got a bit of like variety of stitching. So I'm going to have the green on the front now. I always worry about breaking a needle at this point because... Oh, I nearly pushed my water over. Because I know it blunts the needle, and I've never had a needle break on me, and I don't know. I always think they're going to shatter and like go in my eye and that sort of thing. You know, no, I'm not a harbinger of doom or anything. So I'll cut that bit off there. We can do the same for that bit there. Is that the right place? Yeah, there. Just making sure I wasn't going to sew through any pockets on the other side. Right, I want to do that. Clamp it, good. Again, a bit backwards and forth. I mean, like, you know, I know lots of crafters don't bother with that because it's really a technique for when you're sewing, like fabric. But it does lock the fabric in. It does lock the thread in, basically, so... Backwards and forwards at that bit. There we go. So lift that bit out. Cut that bit off. And then do... where else am I going to do? So I'm going to do down there. I'll try and do down that bit there, yep. So this has been fun for you, watching me sew, wasn't it? So I'm so at sewing. Yeah, so work has been, like I say, work has been a bit frantic. I am a workaholic. But, you know, oh, now something's gone wrong there. I know, you know what? I bet I've run out of bobbin thread again. I've run out of bobbin thread. So you're going to just have to bear with me, folks, because you know I don't like editing videos. So yeah, I've run out. Okay, so I don't like having the same colour thread top and bottom either, and that's running out too. So I'm going to go for a... it was blue last time, I don't really care now, so go for a blue, go for a browny colour. Do I go brown, or do I go... I'm not having pink. I could go yellow. Yellow. No, yellow is probably the one I'm going to go for at the top next. So I'll put that in there. I don't have a lot of thread. So that's going to have to come out of here for a minute. This is fun, isn't it? No, I hear you say. I hear you cry. No, it's not. So you do it, go through there, then it goes around that way, and then it goes back that way, and then it goes to there. What? No, there. So where's my thing? Oh, Worcester's come to help. Oh, yes, I can hear you. Oh, thank you. That's really nice. I love it when you lick my elbow. It's so nice. Oh. Yes, I know, but like, you know, I'm trying to thread a needle at the moment. Well, I'm not threading a needle, I'm threading a bobbin. Oh, nearly lost it. Good boy. There's a good boy. Go and lie down for a bit. There's a good boy. I can't do anything, Worcester. Unless you're going to help me thread this, then nothing's happening. So, okay, so pop that in through there. Put that on there. Shut it. Shut it. Shut it. And hopefully we can start this going now. So. Oh, hang on. Just kind of need to let go of that bit, Dave. And they're off. And coming up on the. Sorry, my cotton reel was going a bit bonkers. I was frightened that was going to fall off. So machine racing, like Formula One. Okay, let's leave that there. We won't fill it completely. Otherwise, we'll be here a long time. Oh, Dave. No, that way. There we go. Break that off there. I'm so caggy-handed. It's another term that I don't know whether you know. With doing stuff like this. So you have to do it so it feeds that way round. So that goes in there. Then you pull that through that bit. I'm rubbish at doing this. I can't ever seem to get it in the slot. That should be it, I think. Pop that back on there. Then we need to thread the top bit back up again. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. It's all happening now. So that goes through that. And I've been putting that on the wrong bit, but never mind. It does the same job. And then down to here, thread the needle again. So I threaded it all up, all ready for doing this video. So you didn't have to watch me struggle trying to thread the needle. But do you know what? I've only gone and done it straight away. No struggling involved. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Now I'm going to pick up the thread from underneath and then try and pull it through. Yay! It's all working! Right, I'm going to cut that bit off there, otherwise we'll just end up with like really long threads on everything. And we'll finish doing what we were doing. So this was the underneath, wasn't it? So let's go. Shall we go over what we've got? No, we'll go over what we've got down here. That will add to the effect. So off we go again. Hopefully this is working now. Sorry about that, folks. But, you know, these things happen. These things are sent to try us, aren't they? So, and then I'm going to put that bit through there. It's really hard to get the cardboard through now. Should have done this before I stick the other bit on, but, you know, you live and you look. Well, I know I say that all the time and I never have learned, so as you're very well aware, I don't actually learn. I've now got a jam. A jamming, 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 jamming. I hope you like jamming too. We jam, we jam, we jam, we jamming. Should we try again? We're nearly finished as well, so like, you know, it's just going to be a pain in the bottom at this bit, isn't it? And then let's go backwards. I don't know why it seems to be, yeah, it's definitely not happy. Take that bit off there. Let's cut some of these bits off. I think what's happening is it's all getting caught up in the feed dog. Think that's what's happening. Oh, that's not even in the tension bit, so that doesn't help. So there's another bit on the needle that you have to kind of get it into. There we go. That's better. Try again. Well, this was fun, wasn't it? Oh well, it's happening now, I think. It's definitely running out of cotton at the top, so... just, I'm impatient now, can you tell? Let's get faster. Oh, hang on, I'm pushing everything out of the way. Lock it in. There we go. Done. Cool. Okay, so we can move the sewing machine now. We've had our fun with that. Turn it off, otherwise I'll put my foot on the pedal and think, what the hell's going on? Okay, so cut all of those bits off. Obviously leave them if you like them, and I do like them sometimes, but I don't want them that long. They're a bit long. I quite like them to look a bit, you know, a little bit messy, but not so they've got like Rapunzel let down your long hair. So there we go. So that's what we've made. So we've got this little thing. It folds over, so it's got this extra what's it called? Spine, an extra like fabricy spine. So we've got extra space, okay, and then we've got that's the front bit, and it just folds over and it's like that. And I think that looks quite super, and I really am grateful to Tracy Fox, because you know she's come up with a great idea that's just going to be perfect for the front of my journal. It's just going to sit on there. It's going to be another extra bit for you to get giddy with. Okay, I think I should have perhaps rounded that corner, but it's not too late. Never too late. Well, he says it's never too late, and I can't actually get it in the thing. There we go, done. I rounded that corner, and yeah, I love it. So there we go. So that's it. So we've made a journaly thing in the hour that we've had. Was it an hour? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, I hope you liked it, and you know, if you did, please give it the video a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. Please tune in again next time. Please, you know, be kind to each other, and please remember that I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. You all have a lovely afternoon, morning, evening, or whatever time it is with you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope to see you again next time. And you know, I've said to the other lot. I mean, in the last video, I'm thinking of doing a Book Nook video. I don't know whether to make it and just show you afterwards, or do a video of making it. I've never made one before. I do quite like I like the idea of making miniatures. I've done a couple, but like they're not been like, you know, very highly detailed or anything. But I like the idea of making one. And have also will definitely be making a large, like, ledger style journal, like a really big, you know, one of those ones when you put it down it goes boof, when it lands. So yeah, I want to make one of those, and I'll, you know, let me know. Do you want to see me making these things, or would you rather just me show you when I've done them? You know, I will always still do tutorials on other stuff though. So anyway, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning, or whatever time it is with you. And I will see you all again in the next video. I know I've already said all of this, so I'm going now. All right. Sending you lots of kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And lots of big, crafty hugs. And please be kind to yourself and to others. And I'll see you all again soon. Take care, folks. Bye. Bye-bye.